Hi Great Ocean Road runners, hopefully you're back inside safely now after your virtual race this weekend. Well done to all of those who completed it. It's a huge effort to go out there virtually by yourself and complete the race no matter what your distance. It's made a whole lot harder when you're not actually physically racing anyone by their side. My name's Dave Fawkes from Beckworth Racing here in Geelong again, and I'm going to take you through a little bit of a cool down after your virtual race this weekend to get you freshened up and ready for your next challenge. Okay, so I'm going to take you guys through just a few things that I like to do once completing a run to cool down. Starting with number one is to just go for a 5-minute jog or walk just to let the muscles cool down slowly rather than coming to a complete stop at the end of the run. It also allows you to get rid of some of those byproducts that you've built up through your fatigue in the run. Alright, once you've completed your 5-minute jog or walk cool down, it's time to get into some stretching. I like to take my running shoes off and socks off just to let the feet breathe and let them stretch out a little bit after the run. And then I get into my first stretch. We're going to start with a quad stretch. So with the quad stretch, you're just going to bring one foot up behind you, balancing on one leg, okay, and holding that foot in as close to your buttocks as you can for a count of around 20 to 30 seconds. For a little bit of a greater stretch in this, you can also squeeze your glutes and you should feel the quad stretch just a little bit more. Try and keep it nice and gentle though. We've got to remember that throughout our race distance, we've been getting gradual micro tears in all of our muscles. So we don't want to push too hard on these stretches. Just a nice gradual stretch which will hopefully delay that onset of muscular soreness in the days to come. Okay, and we'll just release after that 20 to 30 second quad stretch. Make sure that you do both sides of your body, and we'll move in to our next stretch. All right, on to stretch number 2. We're going to go into a nice easy calf stretch now. Okay, so for this you're going to need something to lean on. I'm just going to lean up against here. We're going to push into the whatever we're leaning on. Have your front leg planted and your back leg almost straight, not completely straight, but with just a slight bend in it. From there, we want to make sure that we can get our heel of the back leg as close to the ground as possible. And we're just going to lean into that gentle calf stretch for again 20 to 30 seconds. I'm going to have to clean my windows after this. Again, just make sure that you don't go too hard on these stretches. We do have little tears in our muscles from our race that we've just completed. So just nice and gentle. Make sure you swap over and complete on the other side as well. Once you finish that 20 to 30 second calf stretch, we'll move on to our next muscle group. Good job. Okay, so for stretch number 3, we're going to hit the hamstrings. I like to stretch my hamstrings on the ground. If you prefer to do it from a standing position, that's fine as well. For this one here, we're just going to put one leg out in front of us, tuck your opposite foot into the thigh of your leg that you're stretching, and then from here we're simply going to stretch forward down the leg that we're stretching just gradually until we feel a gentle stretch in the hamstring. You don't have to keep your leg completely straight here. A slight bend is actually good for behind the knee as well. Okay, so again, just come down until you feel a gentle stretch in the hamstring. You don't have to come all the way down to your toes. Just come down to wherever is comfortable for you. And then, again, we hold this stretch for 20 to 30 seconds. Will be plenty. Once you've stretched one side, change over, come on to the opposite side, and again, just come down gradually until you feel a gentle stretch in the hamstring. Again, the leg that you're stretching doesn't have to be fully straight here. You may also feel a little bit of a stretch in your lower back during this hamstring stretch as well, and that's alright. Again, once you've finished your 20 to 30 seconds stretching of the hamstrings, slowly come out of that stretch and we'll move on to the next one. The next muscle group that we're going to stretch is one of our prime movers in the glutes. Again, I like to stretch my glutes while seated, so this is how we're going to do that now. We're going to put one leg out in front of us straight, and with the leg that we're stretching, we're going to pop that over the top of our other leg and just slowly pull that knee in towards your chest until you feel a gentle stretch in the glute. From this position here, you can actually increase the stretch that you're getting just by sitting up a little bit higher. So breathe in, sit up a little bit higher, and hug that knee in as close to your chest as you can. Hold that stretch for 20 to 30 seconds, and then we'll swap over. Each time you breathe in, try and just sit up a little bit higher, and you should feel that stretch just increase slightly. Once we've completed 20 to 30 seconds, we'll swap over and make sure that we do our other leg as well. Bring that across the other side of our body. Bring the knee in close to our chest. And just breathe and try and relax into the stretch. Again, every time you breathe in, just try and sit up a little bit higher, and that stretch will increase slightly. "20 to 30 seconds there. Try and stay as relaxed as possible and focus on your breathing. And then come out of the stretch slowly and we'll move into our next one. Okay, so the last stretch I'm going to take you guys through today is a groin stretch, or the butterfly stretch. So for this one here, we're going to bring our feet together in front of us. Try and bring them in as close to your body as you can, okay, just to wherever's comfortable. From there, hold on to your feet, and we'll just gradually let our knees sink to the side. If you want to increase the stretch a little bit, you can just gently push down on your legs from this position here, and we're just going to hold this groin stretch for 20 to 30 seconds, nice and easy. Remember to breathe and relax into the stretch. Try not to round out your lower back too much in this stretch either. Try and stay nice and upright as you go through the stretch. Alright, so this is the last stretch that I'm going to take you guys through today. I'm just going to finish today's video with a few final tips. Again, well done to everyone who's completed the virtual Run Fest this weekend. No matter what your distance, it's a huge effort, so give yourselves a pat on the back and congratulations to all runners who completed it. Once you've finished 20 to 30 seconds of that groin stretch, slowly come out of it, and that's it for our stretches. Well done. Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed that little stretch session post virtual Great Ocean Road Run Fest with me. Remember over the next couple of days that your muscles are going to be sore, and you will need to continue their recovery. A great way to do that is by just massaging through with a hard ball. I like to use a cricket ball, or also to get onto a foam roller, I use a piece of PVC pipe, which is a little bit more unforgiving, but it is a great way to break up some of that scar tissue we've developed from the run. These massage tools that you can use are great as well. If you've got any tight spots that you can just get in and break up that muscle that's been worked in your run this weekend. Remember also that the race that you've taken on, has increased your chance of injury over the next couple of weeks, all right, because of that spike in intensity that you've just done. So take it easy over the next couple of weeks, allow your body the chance to recover, and then go out there and smash the next goal, whichever it may be. Well done again this weekend, Great Ocean Road runners, and we'll look forward to the next challenge.